Hello, welcome to Frankly Rustic. Today I want to show you a quick tip on those of you who own contractor saws. It's not quite the cabinet saw, but it's somewhere in between a tabletop and your cabinet, where the contractor saw is typically meant to be portable, so it's not fully enclosed, but portable is a judgment call on some of these designs. This one's rather heavy and bulky, and although it has wheels, I wouldn't call it portable. But in any event, with the contractor saws, we all run into the same situation, and that's dust collection. You can certainly use a good strong vacuum, wet dry vac, and get much of the dust out of there. But it's really beneficial if you can upgrade your dust collection in these units with a dust collector. You get a nice big 4-inch port. But there's a challenge in place. The designs of the housing around the entire frame is not airtight, and I've gone as far as putting additional wood platforms in the bottom, following a few other YouTubers who made suggestions of including great stuff foam in any of the crevices and closing things up, sealing the top, sealing everywhere around, and then having your 4-inch port in the back. However, the one problem that we all have is this big slot made for your dialing gauge. So when you're adjusting the tilt or the degrees of the angle tilt, you're pretty much required to have this available at all times, so you can't close it up. But there is a solution for that I came up with, and that really only applies to those of you who have a contractor saw such as the Delta, where the housing is a steel frame. Great if you do have that. Those of you who have aluminum frames, I'm sorry, you can just cut it from here. It just won't benefit you. But perhaps you might come up with something just influential of this video. So what I've come up with, the cheap fix, is go to Amazon, go to your craft store, your hobby store, and buy a full sheet of magnetic paper. And what I did is just cut a notch out to fit the gauge here and slide it in place. And that's really it. The magnet does the work for you, holds it there. I required an extra strip in this case, and I just cut one up and put it there. Now, there is a question that comes about when you do this, is if you did a great seal all around and you're using a dust collector, chances are you're really cutting a lot of the volume if you're just relying on the airflow coming out of the top plate. I haven't had a problem with it personally, but those of you who do find that it's not sucking enough, you may want to leave an opening available, or better yet, slide this further and reveal the airflow where the blade is. That way it's pulling any air that it does need through this, passing the blade rotation and sucking that through the back port. So that's really all there is to it to improve your dust collection if you've gone as far as sealing up the cabinet as much as you can, but haven't tackled the front slot. I hope this trick helps you and keeps your lungs clean.